Hello everyone, welcome to Life Simplified 3 p.m. session, and we will be continuing with our series in relation to forgiveness. Okay, so let us first start with a short prayer. एक prayer के साथ शुरुआत करते हैं. So please keep your spine straight. Sit back, relax, take a deep breath. If you like, you may close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. To the Supreme God, to all the great ones, we thank you for your blessings, your guidance, your help and protection. Thank you, God, for bringing us all together to practice, to understand about the law of karma and the law of forgiveness. Thank you for bringing us all together to ask for forgiveness, especially in relation to certain realizations throughout the session. In full faith, we thank you. Gently open your eyes. Alright, Atma Namaste to everyone. Welcome once again. So let's begin with our topic for today. और आज हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं and we are going to practice and ask for forgiveness from all those people जिनका पेमेंट हम लोग ने टाइम से नहीं किया हो. You know, it does happen many times कि हम लोग को कुछ चीज़ का पेमेंट करना है, मतलब हम लोग को पता है कि पेमेंट करना है. वी नो दैट द पेमेंट नीड्स टू बी डन, बट समटाइम्स जब तक सामने वाला फॉलो अप नहीं करता है कि हम लोग को फ़ोन कर करके पैसा मांगता नहीं है, जब तक वो कभी कभी पीछे नहीं पड़ता है, तब तक हम लोग पेमेंट रिलीज नहीं करते हैं. समटाइम्स वी एंड अप डूइंग दैट. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस विद दैट काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड इज कि हम लोग का भी ऑफिस में या हमारे अराउंड में if somebody needs to pay us, they also carry a similar attitude and will not clear the payment until we don't follow up. या बहुत ज़्यादा जब तक desperate situation नहीं आती है तब तक उन लोग payment release नहीं करते हैं. You know, the same karma might come back to us. So this whole cycle of payments, you know, अक्सर बहुत बार लोग बोलते हैं कि अच्छा हम पेमेंट तो तभी कर पाएंगे जब मेरा पैसा आएगा. But according to the law of karma, जब आप पैसा देंगे तब अपने आप आपका टाइम से पैसा आएगा. So always remember, when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to law of karma, it is in the giving that we receive. If we want to receive, we need to give first. We need to sow the seed first. So ये मत बोलिए कि जब मिलेगा तब हम करेंगे. It's the other way around. हम करेंगे तब हम लोग को मिलेगा. And that is how the whole system functions, the whole law of karma, law of forgiveness functions. In the same way, when it comes to forgiveness, जब हम forgiveness देंगे तो हम लोग को forgiveness मिलेगी भी. जब हम forgiveness मांगेंगे तब हम लोग को forgiveness भी मिलेगी. So it is all the giving and receiving. It all goes hand in hand, and we need to also give and receive freely when it comes to forgiveness too. So in today's session, what we're going to do is हम लोग वो सारे लोगों से forgiveness मांगेंगे. We will ask for forgiveness internally from all those people जिनका knowingly or unknowingly we have not made their payments on time. हम लोग ने उनके payments time पर नहीं दिए या we were just negligent about it. Now, instead of learning the lesson the hard way, it is a good idea to remember that yes, this is probably not a right behavior, and then we can internally ask for forgiveness and overcome our karmas and thereby come out of a unforeseen situation, a situation which can come. हम लोग को उनसे छुटकारा मिल सकता है, उस situation से जो आ सकती थी उससे हम लोग को छुटकारा मिल सकता है by asking for forgiveness. Alright, so shall we begin? Let's begin. And I want you all, before we start, if you like, you can also take a piece of pen and paper and then you note down, you know, especially all those vendors or all those people जिन लोग का हम लोग समय पर पेमेंट नहीं करते. You know, समय पर हम लोग पेमेंट जिनका क्लियर नहीं करते. Sometimes simply because they don't follow up, or maybe it is just a system of maybe making payment after 15 days, after 20 days, after 1 month. Okay, but जब हम लोग को पता है कि पेमेंट करना ही है और पैसा भी आपके पास है, then why not clear it as fast as possible? It helps us generate the karma of prompt payments. You know, so like sometimes we buy something from a vendor एंड वी नो कि उससे तो हम रेगुलर खरीदते हैं, तो आप 15 दिन बाद भी उसको पेमेंट देंगे तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता, और आप पेमेंट दे भी रहे हैं, आपके बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा भी है. So instead of waiting for 15 days, how about you know that you're going to pay, why not clear it as soon as possible? When we clear it as soon as we take something, it really helps us generate the karma of prompt payments, which is very much needed to run any successful business. So successful business के लिए for proper cash flows. So for all those people who face cash flow issues, कितना बार लगता है कि नहीं हमारा कैश फ्लो, बिजनेस तो हो रहा है लेकिन कैश फ्लो गड़बड़ा रहा है, द फ्लो ऑफ मनी कमिंग इन एंड द फ्लो ऑफ द मनी गोइंग आउट, इट इज नॉट प्रोपोर्शनेट, एंड उसके वजह से कैश फ्लो का हमेशा एक क्रंच फील होता है. सो फॉर ऑल दोज पीपल हु फेस इश्यूज रिलेटेड टू कैश फ्लोज, दिस कुड बी अ गुड प्रैक्टिस टू डू रेगुलरली. डू ट्राई इट आउट. हो सकता है इसे रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस करने से यू कैन सी अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस in your cash flows. Okay, so this can be a spiritual way to handle the flow of cash, of money, of transactions in your particular business. All right, so let's begin. Just think about all those people whom you have not paid on time, or you just you've casually delayed it. Yeah. Okay, so now just close your eyes. Think about those people. Now you can verbally or mentally repeat it after me. Think about those people. You just say Atma Namaste. I salute the divinity within you. Please forgive me for not clearing your payment on time, for taking you for granted. I know I could have paid on time, but I unnecessarily delayed it, stretched it. I humbly ask for forgiveness. I ask for forgiveness for delaying payments. To the Supreme God, thank you for blessing me with the inner strength, with the inner ability to make prompt payments, so that I receive prompt payments too. I need to first sow the right seed in order to harvest the right seed. Thank you, God, for giving me the inner strength to get my cash flows right, to give properly so that I may receive properly and promptly. In full faith, we thank you. Gently open your eyes. So that was a short tip for today. It's very clear, but before we close, I would like to share that we have seen many people, and once before we close, I would just like to share a small story or a small incident with you. So there was this one of the pranic healing students, and she in her business was having this issue of cash flow. So they used to run a factory. तो फैक्ट्री में तो बहुत कैपिटल भी चाहिए होता है, वो लोग को रॉ मटेरियल्स खरीदना होता है, ऑर्डर्स रहता है. सो यू रियली नीड टू बी गुड विथ योर कैश फ्लोज, स्पेशली इन हर नेचर ऑफ बिजनेस. Now what happened is her cash flows were not being on track. So अगर उसको कुछ नए orders भी आ रहे हैं, because she's not and people would normally pay once the order is completed. So if she receives the order and then she completes the order, it is a matter of 3 months. And those 3 months to execute the order, she needs money in her pocket, right? Now problem क्या हो रहा था कि because cash flow ठीक नहीं है, so internally there was always a fear of taking a new client in, क्योंकि वो नया client का order ले लेगी और अगर उसके पास cash flow नहीं है, then how will she execute? Now if she says no to a business, that is a bigger problem. So this was the problem which she was going through. And just to share this simple technique which we did today, she did that. She was an Arhatic Yogi practitioner, so she could understand it very well. She did that. She also realized that there are small payments which she would normally do it in a delayed way, like even the payments of a grocery bill, or maybe some other vendors in the office, like your printing vendor, the stationery vendors, all these vendors who are there working with us regularly. तो उनके amounts बहुत ज़्यादा बड़े भी नहीं होते हैं. So she made it a point to clear all the payments on time. And you know what? the one good thing which I also learned from her, what she started doing, she said that I want people, also some clients, to pay me in advance. तो वो क्या करने लगी, कुछ जो रेगुलर वेंडर्स हैं उन लोग को एडवांस पेमेंट करने लगी. She started paying them in advance. She also paid her employees a little bit more earlier. So normally they would pay around 8th or 9th of every month. So she brought it back to 1 week. She started paying on 1st or 2nd of every month. Means, pushed it to 7 days. Like this, she took at least 10 to 12 measures, and in about 3 to 4 months' time, her cash flows got stabilized. Her cash flows got streamlined. This way, she could take more orders. She had more money. She was feeling more confident because her product was good. But because she had more cash flow, a better cash flow, she could receive orders. So yes, it sounds very simple, but it is extremely powerful. And these simple realizations can really make our life simplified. Can really make we struggle for so many things. But जब हम लोग इस कर्मा को ठीक कर लेते हैं, forgiveness practice करते हैं, when we get our attitudes right, things can really turn around. And when we change it on the spiritual level, on our thought level, on our emotions level, then the change is very, very rapid. It is very, very fast. So I welcome you to experience this. Just try it out. Experience the power of implementing the law of karma, of implementing the forgiveness aspect and bringing it into our actions as a habit. तो जब हम लोग उसको एक habit की तरह अपने अंदर लेकर आते, you will start seeing the same changes happening in your office. And that is what spirituality is. It is not just about listening to lectures or meditating, but it is about having clarity on the law of karma, having clarity on how things function, also those things which we may not be able to see with our two eyes. And when we start implementing those things, we will start seeing a little heaven on earth in our own office, in our own homes. So do try it out. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for joining. Atma Namaste.